In this video, I will show you how to port Fortnite models using the new Fortnite Porting 2.0 app and also talk about all the new features introduced in 2.0. If you haven't heard about Fortnite Porting, it's an app that allows you to port models, animations, textures, and sounds from Fortnite in just a few clicks. Another important thing I want to mention before we begin is that if you will encounter any issues regarding this video, please create a support ticket on the official Fortnite Porting Discord server or on my server. With that said, let's begin with the installation process. The app is only compatible with Windows. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use it on macOS. So to install it, go to the official Fortnite Porting server and in the download channel download Fortnite Porting installer.exe. Then launch it and choose your Fortnite Porting installation path. If you don't have Fortnite installed, you can use the live option in Fortnite Porting. It will be much slower and not so reliable, but it's better than nothing. After installing the app, we need to synchronize it with our Blender version. To do that, we need to sync the plugin. Simply go to Plugin and select your Blender exe file in the path where you installed it. It might be detected automatically, but in my case, I use Blender Launcher, so I have all my Blender builds in a separate location. When you have synced the plugin, make sure it's checked in the add-ons in Blender. Now, when we have installed Fortnite Porting 2.0, let's talk about all the new features introduced in this new version. The first noticeable thing is the UI. It's much better than before. Now we have a separate tab called Assets for all 3D models. At the bottom, you'll see different categories for models. Everything is mainly the same as in Fortnite Porting 1.0. But this time, we have a Prefab tab, which allows you to port whole buildings in just one click. Using this saves a lot of time. The next tab is Files. This is basically just game files. You can finally export both models and textures using Fortnite Porting. Then it's Radio. This is just all Fortnite lobby tracks that you can listen to. The next 4 tabs are informational. Export is for export settings. I will go through the settings later. The plugin tab is for plugin syncing and settings. And the settings tab is for app settings, such as disabling console, etc. There are also a few cool upcoming features that Half allowed me to tell you about. Those include Unreal Engine support, featured art submission for the main screen, work on Lego and Rocket Racing porting, mesh previewer, facial animations, flipbook texture support for characters like Peely and Meowscles, and some other cool ones. Another new feature I forgot to mention is the foliage porting. You can now port trees and some other plants and they will have the new advanced foliage shader. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with all grass models, but in that case, you can join my Discord server and get it there. Another option you have is to port this gallery and this texture. I'll leave their IDs in the comments. And texture it like shown on the screen. Now you will have this amazing grass. Now let's adjust the app to our needs. The first thing I recommend is to disable the console. You can find the setting in the settings tab. You'll only need the console in case of reporting bugs and issues. The second thing I recommend you to do is to go to Export tab and change the rig from the default rig to Tasty's IK rig. It allows to post characters much faster. You can also enable and disable Fingers IK depending on your needs and personal preferences. Then adjust these settings. You can play with different values and compare them, but I usually have them at 0.5, 0.4, and 0.03. Another new feature added in 2.0 is the settings config file. You can now save and share your settings with other users. So if you want to use my settings, I've left the download link to my config file in the description. To use it, go to Export tab and click on Load Settings. Then select the preset file you want to use and there you go. That's it. Now you can go to the Assets tab and port any model and animation you want. If you want to port animations, make sure you have the default rig selected, not the IK rig. The animations will not work with the IK rig. And here you can see how the characters and POIs look when you port them. If you're wondering how I got this beautiful lighting, make sure to watch my lighting tutorial that you'll see in the top right corner right now. By the way, my favorite part about the 2.0 version is the texture data. Most of the walls and floors are textured correctly when you port prefabs and UMaps, so this new update will save you a lot of time. Since this app/add-on is free, you can thank Half, the developer of the app, by donation. I left his donations link in the description. You can find all important links in the description, and again, if you encounter any issues, just create a support ticket on the Fortnite Porting or my Discord server. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Bye!